I'd like to talk a little bit about your work and your obsession with details. Tell me first a little bit about why do you pay, and I say this because I do the same, but I'd like to know what you say. Why do you pay so much attention to details? Why are details important?
Because I want the work to turn out so flawless and perfect. Because it's for a customer that who's gonna wear his suit for 10 years or more,
Hmm.
and whatever he goes, I want people to admire him and admire his suit. And well, I don't know, I'm so obsessed with details. The I don't know. I want to be known for these obsessions to details. I want the people to be happy with my work,
Hmm.
and um, they don't need more. It's more uh, about customers to wear a good suit.
Hmm. It's interesting that you say how much you're thinking about the customer when you're making the work.
Yeah,
Um, it could be that not everybody does that, and when they are working on something, they just think about the work and not about the customer per se. Um, have you always done that? Is that the main thing that drives you to want to achieve the smallest details at the most perfect level, or is it also maybe to do with the fact that you were interested in maybe coding and programming? And when you're coding, you cannot roughly code. You have to be exact with every letter and every sign and symbol. So, what do you think is the main reason behind that?
yeah. I think um, you can't make a mistake about programming. I mean, your program won't work if you make
Mm-hmm.
a uh, even a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a mistake. And yeah, I was think about the customer. I was thinking um, that uh, I want him to be happy
Mm-hmm.
with the suit he's wearing, because he's paying a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
and I want him to be happy with this work, and I want him to come back and buy more suits. And yeah, I mean, I don't usually go to the customers,
Mm-hmm.
and I want the people who go to the customers to get I don't know, a bad comment about the work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking all about that. I'm thinking about the customer. I'm thinking about the people who go to the customers and talk to the client. And yeah, I think I don't know. I need to think more about how is behind my obsession with details.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is a very interesting thing because you say even a dot can mess up the programming that you do, right? And I mean, obviously, it's not no tailor is going to become a programmer, or maybe just a few. But do you think, in general, right? If we talk about tailoring apprenticeship or tailoring education, right? Do you think that something that requires the same approach as coding, and with that I mean an exercise that demands you to be very specific with what you're doing, do you think that that improves the work of tailors in general?
It should improve the tailoring, but I don't know. I don't know why so many people don't focus on the details. I don't
Hmm.
know. Maybe maybe people hate their their job
Hmm.
and don't put that attention to detail. But I ended up loving my work, and
Hmm.
that's why I put all attention to details, and I want to be
Hmm.
perfect.
Well, I feel exactly the same about details, man. I love working on detailed things, and sometimes I focus so much on them that I forget about the rest, of the forget about the. But one of the things that I've heard a lot is that, like, the counter argument to details, like why you shouldn't work on details, was always the customer is not going to notice. That's one thing they would say is like, well, you don't need to do the details. They're never going to notice that. Or they would say, it will take too much time, and the best thing you can do is to take that time away from the details and just make sure that the color, sleeves, and the facings and perhaps the shoulders look good, and then you don't need to worry about nice pockets or whatsoever. What's your take on that? Have you ever heard those arguments, or what do you think?
Yeah, a lot about same comments about the people won't notice about the details. But details, details for me are everything. I mean, it's a difference between a cheap garment and a bespoke bespoke suit.
Yeah.
It's, details are very important because if you don't take care about the details, all the garment looks I don't know, cheap. And yeah, I've gotten this comments about the time, and it's a problem. Sometimes it's a problem to be to be focused on all the details, because I always take more time than my companions to finish a process, and sometimes I get comments that I need to hurry up, and man, I don't really care about the time. I want the process to turn out perfect for me, because all of the all this process, if you sum up this process, the garment looks so perfect, and I want my work to look that way. I don't want my work to look cheap.
Yeah. That's a problem. Especially now that I think a lot of ready-to-wear and made-to-measure suits, they have also very neat details. When you look at the pockets that ready-to-wear jackets have or made-to-measure, they all look very nice. And so if you're a bespoke tailor and then you don't pay attention to those details, unless everything else is so perfect that it's okay to ignore the details, which is unlikely, then details are indeed very important.